Oh, this is weird. So, hello, welcome back to Bookish.Taylor. I am Taylor, and today I'm here to bring you my reading rush TBR. Yes, it is pitch black outside. It is like 10:30 at night. I was working nights all weekend, so my schedule's a little off. But I have been reading for the reading rush already today. It is starting today on the 20th and ending on the 26th. I believe that is Saturday or Sunday. And it's Sunday. So there are 7 challenges and I have 4 books that I will be reading. So let's just go ahead and dive on in. I will give you the challenges as well as the books that I will be using to fill them. Challenge number 1 is to read a book with your birthstone color on the cover. And I am a November baby. So I am citrine or topaz. I've always been topaz ever since I was little. Citrine is new to me. So anyway, I'm going to be going with Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. It's more of a yellow color, but down here is very topazy. This is the 4th and the final book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I have been listening to this series on audiobook. I actually physically read the first book and then I reread, before I moved on in the series, I reread the first book on audio and I absolutely love the narrator. So that's how I have chosen to digest this story. And that's how I'm going to finish this story. And I am so excited. I don't want to give anything away because, like I said, this is the 4th and final book in this quartet. And I'm so excited. Carrie Maniscalco is one of my favorite authors. I will follow her until the end of the world. Challenge number 2 is a book that starts with the word the. And there are 2 books that I could use for this, but the one that I originally went with is going to be The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. I have actually never read a Ruth Ware book, but I am getting into the adult thriller, mystery, horror kind of thing. And so I know that this is one that everybody rants and raves about. So I'm going to try to get to this one this week, I hope. I tend to go into books relatively blind because that's just how I like to read. But I know that this is, what's her name? Rowan Kane stumbles across an ad. She's looking for something else completely. So she's looking for a job, and I guess she comes across this ad for a nannying position. And that's all I know is she goes and there's some shenanigans that go down at this house. Challenge number 3 is to read a book that inspired a movie. So the way that this was explained is you have already seen this adaptation, but you have not read the book. And I have seen this adaptation quite a bit. That is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne-Jones. This is already a masterpiece because I love the movie, and so far I am already 5 chapters in, 81 pages, and I am absolutely loving this. This is definitely a children's book. It's a children's chapter book, but I love this. And I'm not sorry that I'm reading a children's chapter book. I'm actually listening to this on audio and reading along at the same time. If you don't know the story of Howl's Moving Castle, it follows a girl by the name of Sophie. She works in a hat shop. She is the oldest of 3 sisters, and her stepmother sends her other 2 sisters away for apprenticeships. And Sophie stays and she runs this hat shop with her stepmom. And one day she ends up cursed. It's in the synopsis, so I'm not spoiling anything. And she ends up cursed, and she ends up like 90 years old. So she ends up going to look for the Wicked Witch of the Waste, who is the one who cursed her. But she stumbles upon Howl's Castle, and obviously Howl's Moving Castle. She comes aboard, and it goes from there. Challenge number 4 is to read the first book you touched. This is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. This is actually going to be a buddy read with Chelsea. From Chelsea Palmer. She is hosting a read-along buddy read of this book in particular, and I am so excited. I have been wanting to get to this book for so long. I've had this on my shelf. Like, this was one of the first books I ever hauled when I lived with my mom. So I've had this on my shelf for a long time. So this is a post-apocalyptic book, which I am in the mood for. I am reading post-apocalyptic books. I am reading dystopian right now. It's one of the things that is catching and holding my attention. Challenge number 5 is to read a book outside of your home. Now, with me being an essential employee, I am still traveling outside of my house. I have not actually been quarantined at all. I have worked through this entire pandemic. I work front desk at a hotel, and my hotel is considered essential because we still have a lot of people that come in. And the book that I am actually going to be reading outside of my house is going to be Turn of the Key, because I will be reading this at work. Challenge number 6 is to read a genre that scares you, and I'm actually going to be going with the 5th season. This is an adult sci-fi, an adult dystopian. This is going to be very interesting, and I'm nervous, but I'm also still really excited. And challenge number 7 is to read a book set on a different continent. Luckily, this is set in, I believe, Europe. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna figure out, I believe this is more UK, because I think, yeah, Great Britain runs on pounds. So yeah, this is that challenge. Yeah. The 4 books that I am going to be reading for the reading rush. That's my hair tie. My cat took my hair tie. I'm gonna put those down before I drop them. If you're going to be participating, please let me know down below. I am currently vlogging. I don't know if I'm going to be daily vlogging. I'm probably not. So that should go up. I don't know. It depends on how many I do. There might be one going up tomorrow, probably. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. I know it's been a long time without content, and I still have like 250 of my original subscribers. So thank you so much for sticking around. I'm gonna go because I'm rambling. This is my reading rush TBR. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.